They say in Wales, the dead don't leave, they just move deeper inside. This is a story from the dark spine of the Brecon Beacons, where the old red sandstone bleeds iron into every stream. The farmhouse is called Hafod Gethin, but the locals don't say that name. They just point down the lane and whisper, Ye T Hun. That house. Rhys had inherited the farm from his nane, who was a Cardiff architect, rational, metric. He'd brought a dehumidifier, an electrician, and a rule book. He did not bring fear. That was his first mistake.
The locks are new, the damp's the same. 20 years and the place still smells like my mother's funeral cake. Old joists, relax.
But these weren't joists. The house's skeleton was oak, felled in 1742. The knock came from behind the lath and plaster, where no cavity should exist.
Carbon monoxide. I'll test the flue tomorrow.
The flue was fine. The thing living in the chimney wasn't gas. It was memory. You see, in Wales, a house isn't just a building. It is a cowith, a witness. And Hafod Gethin had witnessed the Hiraeth town bad, not longing for home, longing from home. In Welsh legend, every hearth has a bobach, a house sprite. They churn butter and chase drunks, but that's if you leave them milk and a clean hearth. Rhys's nine had stopped leaving milk in 1994, the night her husband disappeared. He removed the cloth. Another mistake. The Tulworth Teg, the Welsh fairy folk, they hate mirrors. But this wasn't their work. This was older. This was Gwargy.
No, that's me, but older. And behind me...
The reflection moved first. The reflection Rhys turned its head 180 degrees. It had no face. Just a smooth, wet oval of skin.
Get out of my house.
But it wasn't his house. Not anymore. The house was a crypt for something that had been starved of witness, and now it had a witness. That was the moment Rhys understood the difference between a haunting and a hunting. A haunting wants to scare you. A hunting wants to occupy you. And Hafod Gethin was hungry.
Who's there?
Fact, the coldest place in any Welsh longhouse is the northeast corner, the corner of the dead. They buried unbaptized infants there, under the floor. Rhys had put his cot directly over it.
Nain? Is that you?
The beacons are built on glacial till, mud and crushed shale, and in that mud, preserved since the Iron Age, were the bog bodies. Not bones, soft tissue. The house had one, a bendith imamau, a mother's blessing turned curse, a changeling that never died, just waited. That was the old sign. The Keffel Dŵr, the water horse, leaves hooves reversed. But this was no horse. This was the thing that made the horse afraid. His grandmother had known. She'd laid iron horseshoes over every door. She'd sewn rowan berries into the mattress, but Rhys had thrown the mattress away. Modern man, rational. It spoke to him then, not with sound, with pressure. It showed him what happened to his grandfather in 1994. The old man walking out the back door at midnight, walking toward the peat bog, walking into the ground. Not sinking, being swallowed. The mud closing over his head like a lid. The thing tilted its head. Then Rhys understood the truth of a T-Hwyn. The house wasn't haunted by a ghost. The house was a digestion, an old, slow stomach. Every few decades it needed a meal. The bubach was just the acid. The mud was the teeth. And now, Rhys was on the menu.
Why?
The estate agent found the house empty. No Reese, no toolbox. Just the mud floor in the bedroom, perfectly smooth. And on the mantelpiece, a fresh bowl of milk. In the hearth, a small fire. As if the house was expecting someone new. They say in Wales, if you drive the A470 past Libanus, just after the fog comes down, you'll see a light in Hafod Gethin's window. Don't slow down, don't knock, because the house isn't locked anymore. It's digesting.